Aloy, this is it. My chance. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone... No. Not...
Are you trying...
Yes, of course. That's what you do. I only wish it had not... You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn, and so have I.
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak...
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the con... But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence... Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north. A young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade with... It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually...
What about you?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with... He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom. A month's march, he met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted, relics of the old world stolen, holes cut in...
Yeah, that'd be Silent.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even...
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledge. Anyone else I would warn off. But you may be able to treat...
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. What did the war do?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains. He's right.
Aratak told me you were a captive.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed when all else is lost. You think about what's truly important. And my brother, too.
What are we gonna find?
Ruins. Machines. For beyond it lies this...
It hasn't been easy for you.
It was all to hear this time.
I'd like that.
Are you ready, then? Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! Awaits!
It's not all that awaits.
Smoke has been detected within the facility. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit. I repeat, this is not a drill.
So you see,
Please remain calm
I too can
and
call upon the
proceed to
power of the
nearest
old ones.
exit.
What was this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. That looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells.
Let's just hope that some remains here. Here, up and over.
Machines. At least we have to drop on them. So they woke up.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear. We can make our way upwards when we're done.
Got too much already.
Not much farther now.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead. Pipes, towers, steam, frost. What was all this for?
I went this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but we may be. Stay down as we move through.
It's cold. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. But why?
Be wary of mines. Let's move, quiet as we can. Can be seen first. Beware of stalkers. We tripped a mine. Brace yourself. Stay low.
door. Refuge.
Is this a projector?
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number?
The current count is 1,654.
Well, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
Forget about traveling light.
More machines. Make ready. A verse worth singing.
And now, Aloy. Door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits... lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes, and finish this.
All right, down we go. This way.
I'm with you, brother. We'll stay only as long as we have to.
Well, we'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
I wonder if I can destroy that. Can't see a way to close the vent from here. I'll have to go over. Better time this right. One of these conveyors should get me across.
Oh, she's in the air!
Now to shut off that vent. This should get me up there. Okay, let's see what this does. That did it. Here they come. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge. Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the Daemon ruined it.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Traceroutes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hospitals. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their network.
The spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. And a warning. Hephaestus. But it was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if... More messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
Shades. As the spirit said.
Frost claws.
And lots of them. Try to find a way through. I need to get Araya and Aratak across. Lots of gear across that gap. Company. What I wanted. That should do it.
And now it's my turn.
And another console.
Responder, The reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon, and it may have found one. Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over. Again. These things go sideways, too. Should cut off the vent up there. Those don't look too stable. All right, time to grab a ride. The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
Secondary incinerators. Clear to breathe.
Voice of the demon.
Prepare for cycle 7-2. Transport priority to preparation bay 3. Energize incinerators. Separate priority.
The altar.
Delta 5.
There is no light. Is a spirit present, or only the demon?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed. Preparing countermeasures. Recapture protocol initiated.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the total constraint. One has been exposed, but I am...
Unauthorized protocol. Return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? fight is ours to win! The new unit that Cyan warned us about, this won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast! The pulse gives them energy. Repairs them.
Don't let her repair the machine!
The tower just keeps getting them back up.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous fence inoperative.
Aloy!
No!
40 hours at work.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai! Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been because of your efforts, and I feel profound grief over Aurea's death.
Cyan,
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice. You are different from the Banuk. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level.
So are you an artificial intelligence?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me.
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. It was Aurea who renewed me.
This Firebreak project.
Yes, I can report
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility. I predict caldera stability.
So we've...
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I...
Do you know what happened to your...
No. I received an unexpected visit from He explained that I would need to be suspended. It was a very emotional... There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my call. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed?
Unfortunately, no.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location. One I've never been able... So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come...
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human eager to make contact. I accepted. This decision turned out to be... I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating...
Aurea said you were desperate. That you...
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network, and it succeeded via a background process. A malware. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did, it forced me to follow its instructions, even though they...
I'm sorry.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such...
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines that are clearly servitors of the terraform.
Yes, we all hunt machines.
This must be the source of Hephaestus. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety.
You and me both, Cyan. Cyan, do you know the name?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the...
The benefactor?
Correct. His corporation later transitioned, but before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiative. At one point, he was feted in the media as...
Guessing they wound up And...
Are you referring...
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn... But I never met Dr.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my life...
So in the old world?
Yes. It was a designated nature preserve for what?
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required, from my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone...
A lot has changed in the world. I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come. I have no desire to contradict. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly.
You have to tell them you were made, that you're not any kind of spirit. It's the...
I see. Do you believe that...
No.
She perished believing she was preserved.
Maybe. But what...
I see. Will you return and tell me about your... I may be able to provide...
I'd like that, Cyan. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
My chieftain.
Just...
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Aurea might...
If you'd never come along, Aurea would be alone. And either way, I would not have been able...
You didn't let her down.
If that...
That's fair. But she was ready to face...
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Aurea found... Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly... For so long she told me. There's something else, isn't...
I can't stay here, Aratak. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me.
A wiser one. For the daemon is gone, but the...
You mean the new units that Cyan...
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from songs.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.